The saddest story, a tale of Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murda.
Let's shake. Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake.
Fuck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Trying to punch suck ass up, you fucking sucker.
Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, the use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls.
Niggas made Ja Rule.
Niggas
made Ja Rule.
Stow your tray table and carry-on items.
This is his
Ensure all
seat.
armrests are in the resting position.
The pillow Ja Rule threw that so fast.
This way he was sitting before we got him out of here.
What's up, word? Your boy Challz Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join that membership. And all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Before we get started, I got some affiliate links, some new partnerships and sponsorships. If you want to support the channel, go down in my bio. I got Temu. I got Black Yeti. I got DistroKid, ReStream, Brew Demon, and Gameo Outdoors. Just go down there, click them links, show your boy some love. All right, listen. This is a tale, a very, very sad tale. It's a tale of three grown men who are old enough to be grandfathers, right? Ja Rule, I believe, is 49 years old. Tony Yayo, I believe, is about 47. And I believe that Uncle Murda, salute to Uncle Murda, that Uncle Murda is about 45, the youngest of the three bears, right? And I want to have this conversation because this tale, it has its amounts of humor, right? But it has a really, really overuse of testosterone and ego that almost got three guys banned from flying. Three guys that depend heavily on their flights to get them from A to Z, right? We got the long-standing joke of Tony Yayo tasting all these different foods in all these different places like Dubai and Mexico and all these different places. He goes to Russia. He flies everywhere. Tony Yayo never sits still because he's always eating something somewhere, right? Istanbul and in Zimbabwe, he's always somewhere. And Uncle Murda's right there with him. Now, for some reason, I don't know how the FAA allowed Ja Rule to enter the same plane as Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. And not only that, but to sit beside them in any capacity. They're right behind them. Now, I know we all saw the video. I know that none of you are walking into this video late, right? I know you all know and saw what happened. Now, we all are going to sit there and act like it's 2003 and this beef is fully cooked and we're laughing, we're getting a good chuckle. We're seeing these guys throw pillows and yell obscenities and puff their chest out and act tough and call each other pussy. Gang, in 2026, this is not that. This is not cool. And I do want to admit 50 Cent did orchestrate the pushing of this video because he posted it on his own channel, gang. Let's just be honest. We know who 50 Cent is. We know what he does. We know he gets around and over and through everything that's any kind of obstacle to him by trolling it. And that's how he is where he is. We understand that he does do some spectacular business moves. He makes a lot of big shows and he does a lot of things. He even acts this, that, and the third, right? But at the end of the day, we do have to acknowledge that this is next level petty. Now, what I want to say about this sad situation is because we all chuckled and we laughed and we saw Ja Rule hold his own allegedly, dolo, da-da-da. I don't know if we all stopped to think that should it have went down like this. Should Ja Rule have had to have said anything to these two guys? And should they have said anything back to him? We heard all of these guys. Not one of them was not involved. They all said something to each other. Now, we all know that this is a trolling situation. We all know that Tony Yayo did this on behalf of 50 Cent. So 50 Cent could say, you did a good job. Let's just be honest, gang. But when do we reach a point? And I do admit it had its amounts of humor for about 10 seconds, right? But when do we admit that sometimes we got to grow up as a culture? We all know that Ja Rule and 50 Cent got beef. We know this. What is this, 30 years going on beef with this shit? Has to be. Has to be. We're talking around almost goddamn 30 years, gang. I know it's over 20, right? Damn near 25, if not more. We're still having an on-site thing with three old granddads. Gang, I get it. I see the fight videos of the winos in front of the liquor store. Yeah, they still out there. They're swinging slowly and wildly and missing each other, right? One guy will swing and he'll fall in his own. Then the other guy will stumble over him. Or the other guy will try to swing and he falls backwards, hits his head on a bumper of a Pinto or something. It's hilarious. But those are something else, gang. These ain't rich guys in first class. You got to understand, these guys are in first class. They don't put pillows in coach. You don't get pillows in coach, right? I flew one of these things 2 or 3 times. You don't take it lightly, gang. I was on mint service one time. And these things, they're gorgeous, gang. They're lush. They treat you like a king. You get a little space. You get to stretch your whole seat out. It ain't even a seat, dog. It's like a bed seat. And you get pillows and blankets. They bring you drinks on command. They serve you 3 meals. It's beautiful, gang. You don't even, there is an aggressive thing about your life when you get your own TV set. You get to lay back with a remote control. They give you a little bag. It has things for your eyes in the bag. They give you socks in the bag, dog. They give you socks in the bag. They give you headphones. Everything is there that you can need. Right? Everything the body needs. How homeboy said in the Matrix, when he was trying to pimp out the red dress girl to Neo, he said, everything the body needs. Everything you need is right there in business class, gang. You do not want to mess this up. There is no reason to be aggressive. Right? You're almost embarrassed to be in the business class. All the people walk past you, all of them got to say a joke. Well, huh? Must be nice. They don't know that you hear this shit all through the whole fucking, as you're sitting there, everybody that goes past you, every other person. Oh, it must be nice. It's beautiful, gang. Why you would be in any kind of way angry to be in these seats makes no sense to me. But somehow, some way, Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo saw Ja Rule and decided to F with him. They know all the FDA, FAA regulations because Tony Yayo, I believe, said it on the video, right? He knows he can't throw no hands. He can't antagonize this thing in any kind of way. He's the first one going to say, I ain't doing nothing. But you are doing something if you're talking back and forth to Ja Rule. The only appropriate reaction would be to look away and go on about read your paper, sip your hot cocoa, whatever they done brought you. Gang, they bringing you drinks with smoke coming out of you, X. There's nothing to say to Ja Rule. You can't even see Ja Rule. Once he lay down, you won't even see him anymore. So for you to pick at him is really is deranged, gang. I'm going to be honest. I know for hip-hop, we always talking these hip-hop things. Challz, you the biggest hypocrite. You always only screaming about hip-hop. Hip-hop don't mean dumb, gang. Hip-hop don't mean dumb. We don't do shit that's dumb, especially not at this age. Yeah, we defend hip-hop, and we're going to defend ourselves if need be. If called on to defend ourselves, we're going to answer. And we're going to talk our shit on records because it's entertainment at this point. All these records right now are entertainment, right? Onyx and all this shit coming out. MOP got a banging-ass new record. It's all entertainment. Right? I don't expect Lil Ass Fame to go stick nobody up right now at his big old age where we at. So these records are entertainment. We don't expect you to get on the plane, see your op, and crash out. Now, I'll get it. We're all giving Ja Rule props for Ja Rule had his own, He shouldn't have had to. He shouldn't have had to. I'm going to be honest, to me, I don't give respect in the real world. I don't give you respect in the real world for doing some YN stuff. I'm just going to be honest. To me, and I know you're going to question this, you're going to be like, Challz, what's he supposed to do? Well, what he's supposed to do is see these fools and go sit down in his seat. And if they mess with him at that point, that's a different animal. I don't know how it got to that level, right? And a lot of us are laughing at Ja Rule. He punked them to get off the plane. It depends, gang. If you know you're not going to have no rest on this flight, and these guys, they're going to be acting childish on the whole flight, and they're going to fuck around and mess up my ability to fly, I might just have to get off too. Because I don't know what getting irritated 2 hours into the flight because they keep throwing straw wrappers at you. They're childish, gang. If this is what it's going to be, if I got to throw pillows and this, that, and the third, and we ain't even sat down yet, this going to be bad. I don't know who said what to who. Shouldn't have been nobody saying anything to anybody. It should have been you ordering your drinks. The biggest flex is saying nothing when the guy's right there. 50 Cent already was on a plane with Ja Rule and nothing happened. Nobody bucked up, pucked their chest out. End of the day, you got to understand, sometimes your friend and your man will egg on some shit. I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes you might be with a dude that's just a little too comical. Right? I'm sure Uncle Murda was like, look at this nigga. Or Tony Yayo was like, da-da-da. I think it had Uncle Murda been on that plane by himself or Tony Yayo been on the plane by himself. They might have just sat there and had their pate or their tartar and would have got their drink and would have got their little things for their eyes and laid back and went to sleep. But sometimes your man can egg you on. Even at this big old age. Sometimes dude is just, they just kind of messy in a way, for lack of a better word. Sometimes your man is your worst enemy, right? Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo are having a really good time. They're having way too much fun. They just got the podcast. God knows if they said, yo, this going to be good for the podcast. People are, of course, 100 phones up now. Think about the people that have no idea what's going on. They're just settling into their business class. And these things ain't cheap, gang. These flights ain't cheap. The one way's $3,000 or better. It's crazy. The one way, $2-3 grand off the rip. So it ain't cheap. So these people here might not even know who Ja Rule or damn Tony Yayo or Uncle Murda, God forbid, is. They just went to their seat. They're waiting for the plane to settle so they can order their drink. I don't have a scotch on the rocks. And they see these motherfuckers yelling, throwing pillows. You know how crazy that look? They don't want you up there anyway. That's why they asking niggas. So we just had a rapper. Was it Ja Rule? It was one of these rappers just said they kept asking me, did I belong in first class? They kept questioning if I belonged up there. Well, guess what? They're going to question you even more now after these 2-3 fools start acting like this in first class, in business class, where you got the seats that lounge where nobody's angry. They're all up here happy. Everybody's eating lollipops up here, gang. Ain't nobody mad in first class, a.k.a. business class. Not in mint service, dang. Dog, you get on the plane first, you get off first. It's different. It's nothing to be mad about. Even if you see Ja Rule. I don't understand how this escalated. I'm just going to say they're all wrong. Because one can't escalate it without the other. It takes two to tango, as they say. So I'm going to blame all three of them now. I know you're going to say, well, Challz, Uncle Murda started. Somebody going to say, Challz, Ja Rule started it. I don't care who started at this point. It ain't nothing to start. All of them wrong. Let me read this. I want to have this conversation. Ja Rule breaks the silence on Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda altercation by Cole Blake off the hotnewhiphop.com website. Ja Rule called out 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murda in a series of posts on social media after the video went viral. Ja Rule has addressed the viral video of himself getting into an argument with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda during a recent flight. Gang, they risked their flight privileges for all time. You get in a fight on these planes, it's it. You're done. Right? How your boy Drake said, you're dead. Like after once you do this, you're dead. So you don't want to fight on these planes. But let me continue, right? Taken to his ex, formerly Twitter account on Monday night, Ja Rule labeled them pussy and described the interaction as hilarious. Quote, I popped on these punks by myself on a plane, LMAO. Pussy ass N-words. I threw a pillow at Yayo head because you soft. Laughing emojis. Knock your hat off. Your shit was hilarious. It's funny. It's funny until you think about you're on a plane with people that have no idea and don't find this funny at all. They're looking at you as a black man in first class that don't belong in the first place. Now you throwing pillows and calling dudes pussies, knocking off niggas' Yankee hats. It's not a good idea. It ain't a good look, dog. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah. See, Ja Rule has invited this energy. I don't know if you understand. At the beginning of, I believe it was 2025. On New Year's Eve, I believe it was, Ja Rule said, I'm going to be petty this year. This is going to be my petty phase. And he lived that out. All through 2025, Ja Rule decided to engage on Twitter. I don't know what it was. People have their own kind of means, just like Nicki Minaj with MAGA. People have their own kind of reasons for things, gang. I don't know what Ja Rule decided to be petty. Out of nowhere, out of 20 years of being humble and being calm and saying, yo, listen, I'm just trying to do good music. I'm just trying to live my life and be legendary. Ja Rule wasn't on that. Out of nowhere, January 1st, 2025, he decided to get in his petty phase. And guess what? When you're in a petty phase, snapping back and forth at 50, when you get on the plane and actually see these dudes, they might get petty too. Ja Rule has been inviting this energy all year. I have like 2 videos on, wow, Ja Rule, why are you doing this? And he got the energy he wanted. Apparently it was, I don't think it was Max B per se, but something happened with Max B and Ja Rule, Max B's people allegedly, right? At the damn Monica and Brandy show of all places. So let me get this right. Ja Rule's at the Monica and Brandy of all places. Now he's in business class on the airplane and he got 2 different incidents of people coming at him. Well, guess what, Ja? Your energy is kind of off right now if you got all these people thinking they need to come at you. I'm just going to be honest. I've been on this earth for a very long time. I understand when you go into places with a certain energy, the energy going to find you. I go in a lot of places. I've been dealing with a lot of people. I told you I've been doing promotions. I've been doing promotions for hip hop shows for over 20 years. I've dealt with a lot of people that I report on, right? End of the day, these people the people that come to these events have a certain energy, but they also respect when you come in with your own energy that you ain't on that. So I've been around a lot of people, a lot of fresh out of jail niggas, this, that, and the third, right? I've been doing this for years. People say, Challz, how you do so much work in this city? You go everywhere you want to go, just you and your wife. And everybody show you mad love. It's because I got an energy when I come in. I'm not coming in there on some rah-rah shit. When you come in on some, I'm going to be petty this year, oh, petty going to find you. Okay? End of the day. So Ja Rule is bringing the energy that he wants to smoke. So then you saw his demeanor when they said whatever, right? His demeanor was, yo, what's up, brother? He bucking out his checks. He's ready to go because he wants to impress the internet, right? I don't think Ja Rule wanted to really fight these guys. Why would you? You're damn near 50. Why would you want to fight on the airplane and you lose your privileges to fly? It don't make no sense, Ja. No, you don't want to fight him. But you're trying to save face. At the end of the day, grown men like me and you, we see the news. We see people getting stabbed up and killed and all kind of shit in bodegas, this, that, and the third. These young boys are at war right now. You do not want to impress these young boys by trying to show that you're a fight on a plane. That's not what we're doing. We're grown men. If nothing else, your response should have been to literally, and I know you guys not going to be, you're going to be Challz, this some pussy shit. No. Ja Rule should have walked to his seat and sat down. If they would have continued that, they would have got escorted off the plane. You don't understand what's going on. You got to think with chess, gang. You got to be smarter than that. You don't turn around and respond. Okay, if they kick your chair, this, that, and the third, that's a different thing. Ja Rule got to grow up. They got to grow up. Everybody involved got to grow up. Nobody should have said a word to each other. You're in a better position now that you could have been doing this shit on the blocks in Queens. You guys could be in a very awful position. You're not. You're in first class, aka business class, on whatever flight this was. Right? I don't know where they was going, to Emirates or wherever the fuck they was going. I have no idea. But these motherfuckers was going somewhere special. And now Ja Rule had to miss his flight and get on some other kind of charter or whatever he did to get where he was going. Right? Whatever show he was going with Ashanti or whatever he was doing. These two guys are laughing, making videos because they got a podcast they're trying to promote. They probably say, yo, the podcast, this is good content. Right? They just dropped their podcast. I don't know what it's called, but they just dropped it, right? As for the video, it kicks off with the two sides yelling at one another as the plane prepares for departure. After that, it cuts to Ja Rule having left the area. This is the pillow Ja Rule threw at me, soft-ass N-word, Yayo says. Murda asks, this is where he was sitting before we got him out of here. It's all on their face. It's all content, which is whatever. But we're getting to a point where all the OGs are thinking of how to get stuff for content. It's getting kind of crazy, gang. It's getting kind of scary out here because at the end of the day, you know, nobody was really going to, none of these guys was going to fight because they all need these flights too much. There was no way one punch was going to be thrown. So what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Right? Why are we antagonizing him to get him worked up for content? Right? Now let's imagine this. If he goes over there, start jumping on both of y'all swing back. Guess what just happened? Guess what just happened? You work him up. He get all big bone and brolic, run across the plane. He do a fucking kung fu kick, right? 5 deadly venoms. Whoa! And he flies towards you on some raiding shit, right? Kick both of you in the head. Now you fighting. Now your privilege is gone. 50 can't get you out of this one, right? Why would you even risk it? We too grown for this, dog. It's sad to see these men, that's all of them pushing 50, sitting here about to fist fight on the airplane for content. That's it, man. I don't have much else to say, man. I don't know what you want me to say about this because at the end of the day, to respond to this acting like it's cool is also showing ignorance. Ja Rule should have absolutely no comment about it because all you're doing right now is antagonizing the shit. And now when they see you next time, it's going to be even worse. All of you guys got to understand, we got to downplay some of this antagonistic behavior in 2026. It ain't worth it. We're not going to flourish like that. I'm just going to be honest, gang. I'm leaving it at that, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Also, get down in my links in my bio. I got Temu. You know you shop on Temu. Now what I want you to do, next time you shop on Temu, come to my link, click that one first, right? And then go shop. Do all your shopping, spin the little wheel, this, that, and the third, right? I got ReStream, which is when you want to go live, like I use ReStream myself. When you go live on 8 platforms at the same time, you be like, how Challz do that? Well, I do it with ReStream. All right, click my link, lock in the ReStream. I believe that's the one that gives you a discount to lock in with that link. I also got DistroKid. I believe they're doing a 7% discount for the whole year. if you lock in with my link. DistroKid is music distribution. Some people be like, how do I put my songs on all the platforms at the same time? DistroKid. Use my link, all right? I'm out of here, man. Head on over to Black Dash Yeti. And every Wednesday night, we go 9:15, 9:30 with the What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz, all right? And we got a new song called This That. Type in This That, Challz Brown pops up. We on some hip-hop shit. Get in the comments of that video. Let me know what you think. Share the shit if you feel like it. And go listen to that album, The What Project. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.